13 of the 48 club sports offered by the university now require students to submit proof of sex assigned at birth.
I know deep down they would probably want to stay with the university.
No way in hell anybody's going to tell my daughters what to do with their bodies.
This state is one of the worst in child education.
We can't take it anymore, seeing those scenes.
Going to Hillel on Friday night, all my family members kept texting me not to go.
There's a huge housing crisis in Austin. Do you have a plan in place to address this issue? Determined to start your day well? We're up bright and early. From the enriching local stories to the weather forecast later in the day. Rain or shine, at Good Morning Longhorns, we got you covered. Comprised of a studious reporting staff going lengths to get that scoop, and a talented technical team to enhance your screen visually. As a fellow Longhorn, your mornings are better with us. So start your day the Vivo way. Good Morning Longhorns, Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Central Time on TSTV.
Thirteen of the 48 club sports offered by the university now require students to submit proof of sex assigned at birth.
I know deep down they would probably want to stay with the university.
No way in hell anybody's going to tell my daughters what to do with their bodies.
This state is one of the worst in child education.
We can't take it anymore, seeing those scenes.
Going to Hillel on Friday night, all my family members kept texting me not to go.
There's a huge housing crisis in Austin. Do you have a plan in place to address this issue? Determined to start your day well? We're up bright and early. From the enriching local stories to the weather forecast later in the day. Rain or shine, at Good Morning Longhorns, we got you covered. Comprised of a studious reporting staff going lengths to get that scoop, and a talented technical team to enhance your screen visually. As a fellow Longhorn, your mornings are better with us. So start your day the Vivo way. Good Morning Longhorns, Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Central Time on TSTV.
Thirteen of the 48 club sports offered by the university now require students to submit proof of sex assigned at birth.
I know deep down they would probably want to stay with the university.
No way in hell anybody's going to tell my daughters what to do with their bodies.
This state is one of the worst in child education.
We can't take it anymore, seeing those scenes.
Going to Hillel on Friday night, all my family members kept texting me not to go.
There's a huge housing crisis in Austin. Do you have a plan in place to address this issue? Determined to start your day well? We're up bright and early. From the enriching local stories to the weather forecast later in the day. Rain or shine, at Good Morning Longhorns, we got you covered. Comprised of a studious reporting staff going lengths to get that scoop, and a talented technical team to enhance your screen visually. As a fellow Longhorn, your mornings are better with us. So start your day the Vivo way. Good morning, Longhorns. Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Central Time on TSTV.
Thirteen of the 48 club sports offered by the university now require students to submit proof of sex assigned at birth.
I know deep down they would probably want to stay with the university.
No way in hell anybody's going to tell my daughters what to do with their bodies.
This state is one of the worst in child education.
We can't take it anymore seeing those scenes.
Going to Hillel on Friday night, all my family members kept texting me not to go.
There's a huge housing crisis in Austin. Do you have a plan in place to address this issue? Determined to start your day well? We're up bright and early. From the enriching local stories to the weather forecast later in the day. Rain or shine, at Good Morning Longhorns, we got you covered. Comprised of a studious reporting staff going lengths to get that scoop, and a talented technical team to enhance your screen visually. As a fellow Longhorn, your mornings are better with us. So start your day the Vivo way. Good morning, Longhorns. Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Central Time on TSTV.
Tonight on Tower Talks. Central Texas residents voted on several local offices and propositions this past Saturday. Tower Talks has the key results. Pro-Palestine demonstrators hold protests and other events at the Tower. More about the university's response. And finally, we'll sit down with the Tower Talks producers to reflect on the Tower's first season back. All of this and more up on Tower Talks. Good evening and welcome to Tower Talks, the show where we take a closer look at the stories affecting Texans, Austinites, and students right here at UT Austin. I'm Sophia Kurtz, and tonight we will be sitting down with the Tower Talks producer team to reflect on our first season back. But before we get into that, there is a lot going on across the state and right here on campus. An election took place in Central Texas on Saturday, May 4th, with several local positions and propositions put up to a vote. Prominently in Travis County, Texans voted 3 people to the Appraisal District Board of Directors, which oversees the operations of the appraisal district and are responsible for appraising property for property taxes. Jet Hanna, who is a member of the Texas Supreme Court Professional Ethics Committee, Attorney Shengao Wang, and Dick Levine, who is a board member of Progress Texas and a senior fiscal analyst, won the 3 seats. Residents in several annexed Austin neighborhoods, including Lost Creek, Blue Goose Road, and Leonard at Malone, and River Place out parcels, voted overwhelmingly to be disannexed from the city. City of Leander residents voted in a mayor, and Elgin ISD leaders asked residents to approve 2 bond propositions. One for $366 million to build a new elementary and middle school. Central Texas residents saw several more changes in local government following the election. For nearly 2 weeks, UT Austin has seen numerous pro-Palestine demonstrations. We want to advise that some of the following content and photos may be unsettling for some viewers. The first demonstration on April 24th was planned by the Palestine Solidarity Committee as a march from Gregg Plaza to the South Mall with guest speakers, study breaks, and more planned to take place on the lawn. Protesters were met with campus police, the Austin Police Department, and state troopers during the demonstration, and dispersal notices were sent out. Over 50 people were arrested, according to the university. Among those arrested was a local journalist who remains the only person facing charges from that day, according to KXAN. The university's response to this planned demonstration has also led to free speech concerns. The next day, on Thursday, April 25th, the faculty and staff for Justice in Palestine held a demonstration on the main mall in front of the tower. This demonstration included speeches from faculty and students in addition to U.S. Representative Greg Casar and Austin City Council member Zoe Kadri. Events and demonstrations have taken place almost every day since then, including a scholasticide vigil on Monday, April 29th. Demonstrators lined the steps in front of the UT towers holding signs with the names of educators and others in Gaza's education field that have sadly died. After the vigil, pro-Palestine demonstrators began putting up tents on the South Lawn and were once again met with a police response. Dispersal notices were once again issued by UTPD arrests UTPD arrests were made until the encampment was empty. But the demonstration continued. Pepper spray and flashbangs were used, according to the Austin American-Statesman. The sheriff's office said 79 people were arrested on April 29th, according to KXAN. According to the university, the April 24th and 29th demonstrations broke institutional rules, including by trying to establish an encampment, using tables on the South Lawn, using face coverings to conceal identity, shoving staff, and more. Protesters are demanding the university divest from weapons manufacturers that are, quote, complicit in the genocide in Gaza, end quote, according to the PSC Instagram. They're also calling for amnesty for students who have been arrested at the protests and the reinstatement of the Palestine Solidarity Committee organization, which was suspended by the university. Protesters are also calling for the resignation of President Hartzell. Another demonstration, originally planned for Wednesday, May 1st, but moved to Sunday, took place yesterday at South Mall. This demonstration included chants and speeches and took place without any clashes with police. At the same time as the protests at UT, a walk was held against anti-Semitism at the Capitol, according to KXAN. The walk was in support of Jewish college students. Counter-protesters have also been present at pro-Palestine demonstrations throughout the past 2 weeks. Additionally, the UT chapter of the American Association of University Professors has garnered over 600 signatures from UT Austin teaching faculty on a letter of no confidence against UT President Jay Hartzell. For more detailed coverage on the last 2 weeks and continued coverage on the protests, be sure to follow Tower Talks on Instagram. This season, Towers has covered a wide range of topics from the aftermath of Senate Bill 17 to food insecurity and campus elections. When we come back, we'll sit down with this season's Towers producers to reflect on Towers' first season back. Stay tuned.
13 of the 48 club sports offered by the university now require students to submit proof of sex assigned at birth.
I know deep down they would probably want to stay with the university.
No way in hell anybody's going to tell my daughters what to do with their bodies.
This state is one of the worst in child education.
We can't take it anymore seeing those scenes.
Going to Hillel on Friday night, all my family members kept texting me not to go.
There's a huge housing crisis in Austin. Do you have a plan in place to address this issue? Determined to start your day well? We're up bright and early. From the enriching local stories to the weather forecast later in the day. Rain or shine, at Good Morning Longhorns, we got you covered. Comprised of a studious reporting staff going lengths to get that scoop, and a talented technical team to enhance your screen visually. As a fellow Longhorn, your mornings are better with us. So start your day the Vivo way. Good morning, Longhorns. Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Central Time on TSTV.
13 of the 48 club sports offered by the university now require students to submit proof of sex assigned at birth.
I know deep down they would probably want to stay with the university.
No way in hell anybody's going to tell my daughters what to do with their bodies.
This state is one of the worst in child education.
We can't take it anymore seeing those scenes.
Going to Hillel on Friday night, all my family members kept texting me not to go.
There's a huge housing crisis in Austin. Do you have a plan in place to address this issue? Determined to start your day well? We're up bright and early. From the enriching local stories to the weather forecast later in the day. Rain or shine, at Good Morning Longhorns, we got you covered. Comprised of a studious reporting staff going lengths to get that scoop, and a talented technical team to enhance your screen visually. As a fellow Longhorn, your mornings are better with us. So start your day the Vivo way. Good morning, Longhorns. Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Central Time on TSTV.
13 of the 48 club sports offered by the university now require students to submit proof of sex assigned at birth.
I know deep down they would probably want to stay with the university.
No way in hell anybody's going to tell my daughters what to do with their bodies.
This state is one of the worst in child education.
We can't take it anymore seeing those scenes.
Going to Hillel on Friday night, all my family members kept texting me not to go.
There's a huge housing crisis in Austin. Do you have a plan in place to address this issue? Determined to start your day well? We're up bright and early. From the enriching local stories to the weather forecast later in the day. Rain or shine, at Good Morning Longhorns, we got you covered. Comprised of a studious reporting staff going lengths to get that scoop, and a talented technical team to enhance your screen visually. As a fellow Longhorn, your mornings are better with us. So start your day the Vivo way. Good morning, Longhorns. Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Central Time on TSTV.
13 of the 48 club sports offered by the university now require students to submit proof of sex assigned at birth.
I know deep down they would probably want to stay with the university.
No way in hell anybody's going to tell my daughters what to do with their bodies.
This state is one of the worst in child education.
We can't take it anymore seeing those scenes.
Going to Hillel on Friday night, all my family members kept texting me not to go.
There's a huge housing crisis in Austin. Do you have a plan in place to address this issue? Determined to start your day well? We're up bright and early. From the enriching local stories to the weather forecast later in the day. Rain or shine, at Good Morning Longhorns, we got you covered. Comprised of a studious reporting staff going lengths to get that scoop, and a talented technical team to enhance your screen visually. As a fellow Longhorn, your mornings are better with us. So start your day.
Welcome back to Tower Talks, and tonight we're going to be sitting down with our producers from this season to talk about their experiences in TSTV and some personal questions that they might not want to answer. So, first off, we're going to start, let's go down the line. On the far right, we have Ariba Barmel. Ariba is a government and journalism junior and is currently the executive producer of Tower Talks. Next, we have Samantha Pearl. Sam is a radio, television, film senior and is currently Tower's technical director and producer. Next, we have Trent Lamb. Trent is a radio, television, film junior and is Tower's digital media producer. And finally, but not least, we have Rayon Sheikh. Rayon is a second-year journalism major and Towers' associate producer. Thank you all for being here tonight.
Thank you for having us on our show.
You're so welcome for having you guys on the show that you also are producers for. So we're going to start off with a question for Ariba. So Ariba, Tower Talks died again during COVID.
Yes.
What?
I was not here. That was not my fault.
That was no one here's his fault. Second time that it died. We've had 3.
Third time's a charm.
Third time is a charm. We've had 3 trilogies. The 3 installments. So, what made you decide to bring it back?
Oh, that's an interesting question. So, producers before me were actually talking about bringing it back, and I was always interested in political reporting. So I decided to jump on the show when they decided to bring it back. Yeah, there's really not much to it.
Okay, great. Well, that's actually a good segue into my next question, which is for everybody. Why did you decide to join Tower Talks? Let's start with Rayon and make our way down.
Yeah, so I have always, I think my first kind of interaction with the news was in the form of CNN roundtable politics type of shows. And then I feel like after coming into college, I worked at the Texan for a while, and at prime time, which is more just, straightforward, here's the news. And I thought it would be a really interesting opportunity to be able to engage with a lot of different topics that concern students, but in a panel format. I thought it was a really great new type of journalism that I wanted to engage in, and then also the opportunity to produce was something that I was really excited about, so I decided to join Tower Talks, and I'm very happy I did so.
Amazing. Trent?
Yeah, I think in high school, I was kind of the same way. I really loved just broadcast news, and especially those roundtables, deep dive into topics were always some of my favorite pieces of journalism. And once I learned, because I did prime time for about 2 semesters, and then when I learned we were bringing back a show that would actually be a deep dive into topics, that got me really interested and made me want to just join in from the pilot alone and then really help out this semester.
For me, I think, well, you and I were talking. We are newly made friends with this at the start of the semester, and I've been in sports and I've done some other things within entertainment, but I've always been on the technical side, and I always had wanted to get involved with the news department, but I never had the time to or was able to. And so this was the perfect opportunity because Ariba was looking for a technical director. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. So, it's what I want to do, and that's what I figured I wanted to do as a career too. So I was like, this is great. I should try to, do news, because I've done sports news, but not news. So, yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad that I got involved and that you and Joseph and Sophia let me TV back there. So, yeah.
So I guess I'll expand a little bit. I think Towers 2.0 was more of like a debate style show, so when we brought it back, sorry?
Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah, 2.0, 4 years ago,
Gotcha.
COVID was more of a debate style show. So when we brought it back, we decided to do a different type of format and bring on experts to talk about the issues instead of us just talking about the issues. So I was really interested in being able to bring all of those different perspectives and also do one issue in more of a longer form, because that's not something we get to do often. And on primetime, I had started doing like more long form, like explainers and things like that, more deep diving into these complex political topics that have so many layers, and really you need more than a 90-second news package a lot of the time to fully dive into those issues and explain them in depth. So Towers was an opportunity to talk about those issues in more depth, both in the panel and then also at the top of the show we talk about political issues, again, in more depth, explaining the background, explaining the context, which I think is super important, especially for political topics.
Thank you all for that. That was really insightful. Next question. Who amongst the four of y'all is most likely to win the Hunger Games?
Who do you think is most likely to win the Hunger Games?
I have an answer, but I want to hear what y'all say.
Ooh.
I think Ariba.
Whoa. Really?
I feel like you're very
I've never seen the
resourceful.
Hunger Games, so I don't know what to
Do you know what it's about?
Not
Fight to
really.
the death. Who's winning, Sam?
I feel like it's between you two.
Us
I think
two.
I'm the first one out.
Whoa.
I was going to say you could win.
I think no. So I played football in middle school, and I learned from there I don't like hitting people, and I'm very scared of like just anger. So I feel like I'd just be the first one to like be offed, because I'd be like too scared to be like,
Be
oh no, like you're my friend, and then they, like toss me in the lake. I don't know how they do it in the room.
I feel like I'd be playing defense the whole time.
Yeah.
Maybe it would work.
I don't know. I think you'd beat.
I feel like you'd be like the.
I don't know what that says about me, that y'all think I would win the Hunger Games.
No, I think you're like smart. You just like hide until you need to fight back.
I feel like you could do that too, but all of you are smart and could be like strategic about it. I feel like we could all have a good strategy.
Yeah.
My answer was Rayon. I think Rayon is most likely to win.
I thought I would be first out.
Well, that actually leads me to a follow-up question. So, do you have a consensus on who would win? Ariba?
I think
most
Ariba.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't agree, but okay.
All right, I guess the consensus for everybody else is that Ariba would win the hypothetical Hunger Games. Follow-up question. In what order would the remaining three of you die?
I think we would all die at the same time.
Yeah.
We would all like
That's
team
a very
up,
start.
and then someone would take us all out.
I feel like half of the tributes die at the very beginning, like as soon as it starts. So I think we'd.
Are you guys running to the cornucopia, or are you?
I feel like I'd
I'm
be
running to the
ditching?
forest.
Okay.
And then I think
Wait, what's the arena?
I just die there.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
I just die there.
Sophia, what's the arena we're in? Is it the HSM? Hunger Games to the HSM.
So, how many? It's 24 tributes altogether. So, okay, it'll be the four of y'all, and then the remaining 20 are all RTF majors.
RTF majors.
Does that give us a better or worse chance?
I think that gives us a better.
Sam is an RTF major, and so is
That
Trent.
alone is the arena. That's scary.
2 journalism majors and 22 RTF majors.
That is your arena. Anyway. Next question for everyone. What has been your favorite topic we've covered on this show?
I love the juxtaposition of these questions.
I got one.
Yeah,
I
go
got
for
one.
it.
As expected, the sports one. I really liked that one. I thought it was really interesting because it's about a topic that I'm like passionate about with women's sports coverage and things. And I feel like we were able to get a really great panel, and we were able to talk about a lot of different issues. But I've enjoyed all the topics. It's been really nice having a variety of everything. What do you mean?
Diplomatic. You enjoyed them all?
Yeah, I've liked them all. Yeah,
Okay.
all the ones we've done. And it's like, because I haven't came from like I'm not a journalism major. I don't like write stuff, and so it's nice to be able to see all those different like issues. Because I'm always so busy and I can't always tune into the news. So it's it's always nice to come to the show and be like, okay, this is what's going on. Nonetheless, I do tune into the news, but sometimes I am too busy, as some people may be. But yeah, I don't know. I liked all of them. Long answer.
That's fine.
I think my favorite panel was the women's sports one. I was in the room for that one, and it was just really cool watching the panelists interact with each other. I think that was, if I could emulate that vibe for every panel, I would. It was just a really nice discussion that was going on. My favorite topic, though, I think I'm impartial to DEI, which was our first show of the season. I also hosted that one, so I got to interact with that material the most. And it's just something that's very relevant. I think our panelists, it was 4 students and 1 professor. A lot of them were from student government, but I still think it was a good variety of perspectives, and it taught us a lot of interesting things about DEI that I wouldn't have expected to learn from a panel.
I think the student housing one was probably one of my favorites. It was kind of similar to the women's sports one, where that panel was just very interactive, and I feel like I learned a lot. And it's also something that's very personal to me. I've lived in West Campus, and I've definitely had issues there, and I feel like I've learned a lot now of like my rights as a tenant from that panel.
Yeah, I have to agree that the women's sports panel had like that conversation that we've kind of been striving for ever since, to have like that interaction with the panelists. I think it works best when people are not just talking to the host, but talking to each other and interacting with each other. So on that front, I think the women's sports panel was also really good. And the way that it came about was also like my favorite one. It came out of a pitch meeting from a reporter pitching an idea for, I think, something else, and then it turned into a Towers episode. I'm making this a very long answer, but it turned into a Towers episode, and that was like the moment for me in a pitch meeting where I was like, this is what I want to happen for every episode. And then the panel was the same way, where I was like, this is how I want every panel to go. So to have that episode early on was really nice, but then also I love political journalism. I love elections. So the election panel was also really interesting.
I really like that one too. That one was I like all of them, but that was a really good one.
Yeah, we've had like 11 panels this semester, I want to say.
Which is
so a good variety of things going on.
Go us.
For real. All right, thank you all for that. So why did you all decide to join TSTV in the first place? We'll start with Ariba and make our way down to Rayon.
Yeah, so I have a background in print journalism. That's like, I didn't have broadcast like opportunities in high school, so I was on the print paper, and then I joined the Daily Texan when I came here. But it actually happened because I was sitting in Fundamentals of Journalism, I think it's called, J301, and Kevin Bosker came into our class. I was actually late to class that day. I remember running down Guad because I was late from like having lunch with friends near the beginning of the semester, and I ran into class and he was already presenting, and I sat down, and then my friend was on the other side, and I like stood up in the middle of his presentation and moved to sit with her in the lecture hall of however many students are in there. But yeah, so he presented, and then my friend was like, we should go to that. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, let's go to that. And then I didn't go because I had a class during the general meeting. And then she added me to, this was Angie. Yeah. She added me to like the group me or some group chat. And then I came with her to the first pitch meeting, and yeah, I stayed. I really started to enjoy broadcast after that. And yeah, it was my first exposure to broadcast. Now it's what I want to do for a career. So.
Oh, amazing.
Yay. Sorry. So, so I always had the goal of joining TSTV. When I was looking for at colleges, my final 2 were UT and DePaul University in Chicago. And so I knew I wanted to go into sports broadcasting for TV production. And so UT had Texas Student Television. So I found it during COVID. When we had everything online, we had Zoom episodes. It was pretty wild. But I joined because of TSTV Game Day, which I ended up being in charge of. And so that's TSTV's like flagship club sports show, I guess. And so we film them. We have a couple episodes every semester. And so I really wanted to do that because I did something similar in high school. And so I joined TSTV Sports. I got involved in the other shows, which wasn't my intention, first of all, but like I ended up really liking those other shows, and I met some great people, and so I stayed. And then I was a part of that for 3 years, and then finally this year I branched out a little bit after being in charge of the sports department and making my way up in that. And I joined news this semester because I always wanted to get involved in news. I always told Sophia whenever I saw her after press box, I'm like, I want to go to news, but I never got the chance to. And so Yeah, I always was interested in news because I was also in charge of College Press Web, which is our like sports news show, and so like news like fascinates me too. And so, yeah, I joined that, did some entertainment shows, but that's how I got here, and I'm really glad that I did because, you know, being in news made me realize, you know, this is what I already knew what I wanted to do, but like the topic of which I want to do technical directing in. So, yeah, I'm really thankful for that and like being a part of this group.
And now you're going to Montana.
I am. I'm going to Montana for a job, so I'm really excited. Yes, I'm their director. I'll be directing the morning and evening newscast, so I'm really excited about that.
It's very cool. We are very proud of Ms. Pearl here.
Thank you.
Of course. Trent, why did you join TSTV?
In my high school, we didn't really have either an AV club or any like print journalism at all. So it was really just, I had theater friends. We used to film stuff together, and that kind of like made me want to join the RTF program here at UT and really like unlock my love for broadcast, just filming in general. And I remember just walking out Speedway during like probably my first week here and learning about TSTV. And I thought that was really interesting, but I decided not to join for some reason because I thought like, oh, I don't know if I'll fit in. And then I decided one random day, I was like, you know what, I'll just go to like the pitch meeting for prime time because it was something I really liked. I loved broadcast journalism. So I went in like terrified. I had no idea if I would ever stay, and then now I'm here, and I'm very happy I did because I've learned a lot, and it's just been great.
Well, we're happy you stayed.
My story is pretty similar to Ariba's. I had always done print journalism. I was at the Texan the first semester of my freshman year, and I kind of came into freshman year deciding to take a break and not really do too many organizations, and I wanted to branch out the following semester. And similarly, I was sitting in J302, digital storytelling, and Kevin Bosker walks in, and I thought the video was so cool that I was like, I have to go to one of these meetings.
Myers is in the back, like,
yes. It was a really cool video. And in high school, I used to do debate, speech and debate, and I felt like I was kind of missing that piece of myself. I did not want to do debate in college, but I wanted some sort of some medium where I could present and kind of participate in that sort of activity. So I thought, why not join TSTV? And then ever since then, I've been around, and I really liked it.
Amazing. Great. Thank you all for that. Next question. Sam, question for you. You are part of 3 different departments in TSTV: news, sports, and entertainment. Rank them.
Rank them on what categories? Or not categories, but what criteria?
Best to worst.
That's up to you.
Like my favorite departments? Yeah. Okay. First I'll say this is not to offend any department whatsoever. I like them all.
I just like you.
I'm gonna put this in the group chat after. I'm throwing this in Discord after.
I like all of the departments. I like the 3 specific ones I've been a part of. But if I were to rank the best experiences I've had, I would say, well, sports and news I've been very involved in, and entertainment not so much. So I would have to say, because of the community and everything I've been able to learn, news, sports, entertainment.
You heard it here first, folks.
Back, like punching the
I love the sports department. I've been EP of 2 shows. I was in charge of the department. I've loved it. But just the community that we have here in the news department, I really like. I'm not saying that I don't like the community within the sports department, but we're all just like, we all work together so well here, and you know, we're all, I guess, passionate about like the same goal, which is to bring news to the viewers. And so, you know, it's a little bit different in sports. Everybody just works on their own stuff individually, and it's not as much like teamwork, I guess. So I really like that aspect. But yes, I love all the departments I'm in, but news probably at the top.
Nice. Correct answer.
Tyler says incorrect answer. I don't know who that was directed to.
Did he just say that?
He said she's
He
wrong.
said she's wrong, but that could have been directed at you as well.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
remember what I said.
That's your prerogative.
You said Tyler is punching the air right now, and then he said she's
I
wrong.
don't know, Tyler, can we get some clarification?
I don't know. That's your prerogative.
Oh,
Sam
Sam
is
is
wrong.
wrong.
I'm wrong. Wow.
Well, y'all can fight it out afterwards.
I don't
In the Hunger Games.
I don't like picking favorites, but I needed to say
He's one of the other 20 RTF majors.
Is he an RTF major?
yes. Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Okay.
My bestie Tyler Moss. Sorry.
This is a conversation that everybody's a part of tonight.
And then last question before we go to break for everyone. What is everyone's favorite flower? We'll start with the rebun.
Okay.
We'll start with the rebun and make our way down to rayon.
Favorite flower. I love the jasmine flower. I love the smell, like the scent of jasmines. And they're really pretty. Yeah, they make really nice bracelets if you like put them on wire.
Oh.
I don't know if y'all have ever seen those.
No,
It's like
I
I guess this might be like a South Asian thing.
I want one of those.
But
bracelets.
yeah, like fresh flower bracelets with jasmine smell really good.
Ooh.
Smells really good.
Can you ship me one to Montana?
I don't know where to get one here, honestly.
Oh, okay.
I'll try.
Where do you get them?
The last time I had one was in Pakistan.
Oh, okay.
Next social, we'll make flower
We make
bracelets.
them? Yeah, that'd be so cute.
All right, my favorite flower. You see, I really like taking pictures, and my favorite thing to take pictures of is nature, and like landscapes. And so, I really like the springtime when we have wildflowers here, because it's just so pretty on the highways, in people's backyards. I really like bluebonnets and the Indian paintbrushes. I really love those. I took a picture of bluebonnets. I sent this into a photography contest when I was in high school, and so I overlaid these two pictures. One was like this overlooking my neighborhood, because we kind of live like not in the country, but like kind of in the country, because it's like hill country around, I guess. And so I took this picture there, and then I overlaid the bluebonnet one, and then I put this like cool effect over it, and I submitted it to this Jostens, the yearbook company. I submitted it to this photography contest, and I got like a it wasn't like an honorable mention, but I got selected to have my photo be displayed in a gallery in New York for a time being. And it was like so cool, and I just, I love bluebonnets, and so I took this picture, and I'm like, oh, man. Like, I don't know. I just love taking pictures of flowers. Like, that's just my thing. Yeah, bluebonnets, I'd have to say.
Nice. Love it. Trent?
I don't really keep up or know a lot about flowers, but I never really.
The flower lore.
I like the ones you can make a wish with.
Dandelions?
Dandelions.
Aren't those weeds?
Those are technically weeds.
Okay.
Flowers.
Still go with that.
I'd say,
Yeah, they deserve
I'd
love.
say it counts.
I think they're probably my favorite part of the
Flower
spring.
adjacent.
Yeah.
Favorite plant?
Yeah, just favorite plant in
We
general.
combine it.
I was like trees.
I also love jasmines. Whenever I go to India, they put them in our hair whenever it's time. But I also really like cherry blossoms. The when they're especially when they're falling.
Oh, that's a
very
good
pretty.
answer.
That is a good
Those
answer.
are pretty.
Those are pretty.
Have you guys ever seen the cherry blossoms in DC?
No.
I haven't. I wanted to go to college there because of the
Yeah.
cherry blossoms.
That's like a bucket list item
It's
for
like
me.
so pretty.
Oh, that is so
You should tell the audience what your favorite flower is.
Ooh, I have a few. My mother loves flowers, so growing up we had a huge garden, and there was all different kinds of flowers and plants and just everything. I grew up in a very big green thumb family. My favorite flowers probably I have three: sunflowers, peonies, and hyacinths. Sunflowers just because they're very bright, they're very happy. I don't know, they're just iconic, they're just they just always put a smile on my face.
Just like you.
Are you flirting with me on live TV?
Are you blushing? I was just kidding.
Peonies, because I think that they're just so pretty. They just look very fluffy and very delicate and very elegant and just very pretty. And they're also Blair Waldorf's favorite flower from Gossip Girl.
Oh.
Yep.
She's
She is cool.
She's really cool.
She is really cool.
I love that show.
You're a big Gossip Girl fan?
My girlfriend is. I've watched a lot of episodes. I'm really into it. I really like. I like Dan Humphrey a lot.
Oh.
I don't know. I've only caught like 5 episodes.
Oh,
I kind of like Chuck Bass. That's my girlfriend's favorite character.
Oh.
I like him in the finale, I think, but I don't know what he did throughout the series.
Continue watching. You'll be shocked.
I've seen the season 2 premiere, a random episode in season 4, and the finale.
Okay,
so that's all I've seen.
Okay, you've missed. Yeah.
You missed a lot.
I like
It's a
not
really
Chuck Bass or Dan
action-packed.
Humphrey, the other guy.
Nate?
Nate
I
is
love
my favorite.
Nate.
Yes.
He's my favorite
He's a really
character
cool
in the
guy.
entire
I
franchise.
think
I agree.
He's so fun. He's so fine.
Yeah.
And then hyacinths because they just smell really good. They're like my favorite springtime scent, but I also grew up with having them, like I said, in my garden. So they remind me of home. They remind me of springtime. My mom always gets me some sort of like bouquet arrangement of sunflowers, peonies, and hyacinths because she knows that they're my favorite. So shout out to Jane. She's actually coming tomorrow for my graduation. Somehow they're letting me graduate. Yeah, they're letting us graduate. Oh, big.
We're graduating, Sophia.
Barely. Well, I'm barely graduating, sorry.
I'm graduating.
You are. Not barely.
Yes.
Yes. Alright, when we come back, I'm going to ask 7 more a little uncomfortable questions. Stay tuned. 13 of the 48 club sports offered by the university now require students to submit proof of sex assigned at birth.
I know deep down they would probably want to stay with the university.
No way in hell anybody's going to tell my daughters what to do with their bodies.
This state is one of the worst in child education.
We can't take it anymore seeing those scenes.
Going to Hillel on Friday night, all my family members kept texting me not to go.
There's a huge housing crisis in Austin. Do you have a plan in place to address this issue? Determined to start your day well? We're up bright and early. From the enriching local stories to the weather forecast later in the day. Rain or shine, at Good Morning Longhorns, we got you covered. Comprised of a studious reporting staff going lengths to get that scoop, and a talented technical team to enhance your screen visually. As a fellow Longhorn, your mornings are better with us. So start your day the Vivo way. Good Morning Longhorns, Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Central Time on TSTV. Tower Talks, and tonight we have a very special panelist of our producers from this past semester here with us tonight, and I'm going to ask 7 more uncomfortable questions for them. So, question for everyone, do you like Microsoft Teams? Let's start with
Hard-hitting questions about TSTV News. Huh? The hard-hitting questions about TSTV News.
This has been a source of contention for as long as I've been in TSTV News, which has been 6 semesters. So we're going to start with Rayon and make our way down to her. Ariva, do you like Microsoft Teams?
Personally, TSTV is the first time I've used Teams, and I don't love it. I don't know if that's the wrong answer, but I
don't like it.
It's confusing to me. I try not to use it unless I absolutely have to, and I click on the 4 buttons I know, and then I move on with my life. But yeah.
Yeah, so I'll be on the side of Microsoft Teams because I will say one of the reasons I decided not to join TSTV at first was because they use Discord. I just don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. I was very confused, but I really liked when I joined Primetime and we did Teams. It felt a little more like just nice. I'd say like I found it very like natural to use. So yeah, I think we should continue to use it, but maybe use something else as well. Maybe just texting.
I will say I don't like Teams, but I like Discord even less. So
Yeah, for me personally, it would probably rank like in terms of communication software. Not counting like GroupMe and stuff like that, like more of like a professional setting. Slack, love
Slack is number one.
That's my girl. Slack, Teams, Discord. Hate Discord. She's
Agreed.
ugly. She's annoying. She's dumb.
Heard it here first.
Heard it here first. Quote me on that. Samantha.
What are you looking at? Sorry, I left. I was trying to fix the TV.
We heard from the control room. Nick is making a Snapchat group chat for all of us to start communicating.
He's making the case
That's-
for
I feel
it.
like that's the worst one.
Yeah, that's
That
below
might be
Discord.
worse.
Thank you, Nick.
Sam's on board.
Where does GroupMe rank?
Wait. Did you say something?
I have not.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. Yes, y'all can answer first, and then we can continue to.
Sorry, I had to go to try and
Did you
fix
try
the
the
TV.
red button? Like the big red.
It's on. It's on. I don't know why it's not working. I troubleshooted everything, but
The TV is not working.
nonetheless, that's where I was when the camera came back and I wasn't there.
And we still can't see ourselves.
Yeah,
so-
I don't know why it's not working, but I can see myself in this small monitor right over there.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
But I don't mind Teams. Is it my favorite? No, but I don't hate it. Like I think it's really useful. I think it's better because in the sports format we upload everything to Box. I like Teams better than Box. I think it's just a better place to like upload stuff, and it's just easier to get files off of, and there's like not like a file limit or anything. Like I don't know. I just think it's like easy to use, and you can have it on your. There's an app on your phone. I don't know if you can have Box on, as an app on your phone. I have no idea, but it's just easy because like Teams, you can call people. Like it's like all in one app. I don't mind it. I've used Slack before, but I don't use it currently, and I don't know. I don't really have an opinion, but yeah, I don't know. I like it. I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm a Teams apologist. I like Teams. Maybe this is a hot take for the panel, but I like that Teams integrates like you can have group chats on it, but you can also save your files on it. So like if you use Slack, you also have to use Google Drive or Box or something else, but Teams just kind of has it all in one place. That being said, it's terrible with photos. I can never get photos downloaded off of Teams in one try. Most of the time it doesn't happen in one try. You also can't like flip through them very easily on Teams. You have to download them to see them, and then Teams doesn't like to download them half the time. So definitely room for improvement, but I like that it's all integrated in one place. And then you can have group chats, and you can have channels, and you can separate your files out into all these places, so it's definitely grown on me.
Yeah, I will say that, like, I do complain a lot about Teams. I do complain a lot about Teams. I do think that it has, like, a lot of useful features. It's not good at implementing those useful features, though, which is, like, half the battle, in my opinion. But, okay, whatever.
And you can also put like your files in it. Like you can be editing Microsoft documents in Teams and saving them like you have in Google Drive, like real-time editing in Teams. And you can also add all these other lists, and we have our pre-production lists in there, and we have our story trackers, and it's all just like in one app, which I appreciate.
You know what? Fair enough. Next question is for Trent. Your girlfriend Meadow goes to Texas State University. Do you ever flex on her?
What a question.
She's a journalism major. I'm an RTF. So, we're in different fields. I think Texas State, they have a good journalism major. I definitely think we have good materials here to strengthen our skills more than Texas State. They do not have, like, any equipment that I know of. A lot of their...
We're using a handheld mic today. Do we have equipment?
Do we?
I've never seen them have cameras there, so I feel...
SupportStudentVoices.org.
Yeah. Please support us. But yeah, I think, UT has some great opportunities more than... Plus, it's in Austin. It's not in San Marcos. And I feel like that's the best thing. in my opinion. So if you're choosing between the two right now, go to UT.
That was a
That is
very
not the question, but
very
Diplomatic.
That was a very diplomatic answer. That was a very dancing around the answer. Dancing around the question. So, yes or no?
oh, maybe.
All right.
I'd say maybe more no,
Okay.
since we're just like different fields.
That's fair.
You're better than me.
Still,
Every guy that I've gone out with that doesn't go to UT, I always am like, well, I go to UT, so I'm better than you. Anyway, next question's for Rayon. So, according to your LinkedIn, you are from.
Sorry.
You really did a deep dive.
I've been spending the last 6 semesters getting dirt on all of you for these questions. I'm kidding. I went on her LinkedIn. Like, according to your LinkedIn, you're from Cedar Park, which is in.
I am.
Which is a neighborhood in North Austin.
Uh-huh.
Do you lie and tell people you're from Austin?
I do. Okay, I say I'm from Austin, and then I say, but like, I'm like 30 minutes from Austin, so I'm not fully lying. But like, if I say Cedar Park, no one knows where that is. So I just say Austin. I grew up near Austin. I feel like 30 minutes from Austin is basically Austin.
Follow-up question. How far outside of Austin do you need to be to not be considered growing up in Austin? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
I
I'm
don't
wondering the
say
same thing.
I grew up in Austin. I just say if someone not from Austin asks me where I'm from, I'll just say, oh, I'm from near Austin, because no one knows Cedar Park. I think you have to be a suburb of Austin to be considered near Austin.
Okay.
Anything
I think Georgetown to San Marcos is the buffer.
So Georgetown isn't Austin, or is?
Georgetown is like the border.
Yeah, I think
of
San Marcos is the next like city in my mind. So I think anything closer to there than Austin becomes not
So
Austin.
like Kyle, because Kyle's kind of like right before San Marcos, right? Kyle
Yeah.
or Buda.
Yeah, like, I
Maybe
think that's
Buda.
too.
Yeah, that might be too far.
It might be too far. I think that's too
New
far.
Braunfels?
Oh, maybe New Braunfels. Is
It's
New-
past
I think
San
it's if you're
Marcos.
past like like an hour, I think you can't.
30 minutes north south.
Well, you're from Austin too.
Yeah, I'm from
Yeah,
Round Rock.
and I'm also from
I
Austin.
count Round Rock as.
Wow.
Where are you from?
She's from Westlake.
No, I'm
No,
from
that's you're from Westlake.
I'm from
Westlake,
Austin.
really?
No. I am.
What
from
high school in Westlake?
Yeah, from
Westlake.
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 Yes.
Oh,
I went to Westlake.
interesting.
Oh.
Um,
I
What
did
high
debate,
school?
so we had like major beef with Westlake.
Oh.
I did track, so we also had major
A
beef
lot of
with
people have
Westlake.
with the high school. I say I'm from Austin because
The Westlake is.
I think Westlake is more
Austin.
Austin than Round
it's
Rock and Cedar
considered-
Park.
I think
It's
Round Rock and
considered
Cedar Park
Austin.
are the same.
I lived
Yeah.
like my home is between Bee Cave and Westlake, but like I
Bee
I
Cave
just-
might be pushing it.
I
Yeah,
just
Bee
say
Cave's pushing it.
I just say that I'm from Austin, or if people want to get specific, I say Westlake, but like it's really Austin. Like I'm from Austin. I'm not from the city limits, but like
When you're on campus and people ask you, what do y'all say? Because we're in Austin.
Austin.
I say near Austin.
I just say
Okay.
Austin.
Okay.
'Cause
I
live,
normally
like 30
say
minutes from here.
yeah. I normally say I'm from 30 minutes north of here, and then people are like, "Oh, Round Rock." I'm like, yes.
I feel like people know what Round Rock is.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, it's very easy. Thank you.
But that's cool. I've been there a
Round
few
Rock's
times.
cool. I don't know why people know it, as 30 minutes north
Is
of
it
here
because
is a
of the
lot of
donuts?
things. Oh, is it the donuts? Maybe
Maybe.
that's a good thing to be known for.
Never
What
been
else
there.
is there to be known?
Does anyone
They
know
got the
Cedar Park?
I don't know, the Rock?
They got the outlet.
The outlets? The IKEA?
Rock.
There is a Round
Wait,
Rock.
there's a rock?
There's an
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
it's
the
named
outlets.
after a rock that is round.
I love that IKEA.
Is Bee Cave named after a bee cave?
Probably. I have no
I don't
idea.
know. I don't.
What is Westlake named after? The lake? That is
It's
west?
of
Oh.
Lake Austin.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Same as like Lake Travis. Oh,
Oh.
wait, no. Wait.
Ladybird?
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's
Wait.
the one in Austin.
But that's not a city, like suburb.
Wait, what am I saying?
No, I
You were like,
not
That's
I
just
retract
the
what I
lake.
just said. I just retracted what I just said. I was thinking it in my head. And
Let's move on to the next question.
Whatever.
It's a good
Question for
idea.
everyone.
Uh-huh.
So, Kiss, Marry, Kill different buildings on campus. DMC, PCL, and the DKR Stadium.
Wait, what's the question?
Oh.
Kiss, Marry, Kill some of
Oh.
the buildings on campus. DMC, PCL, and DKR Stadium.
I think this has an obvious correct answer.
Really? I might agree. I think I know who everyone's gonna kill.
DCM.
Wait, what are their buildings?
I love the map.
Oh my god.
drawing going on.
Okay, I have my answer.
PCL
Uh-huh.
and the DKR Stadium.
The football stadium, the library, and the building across the street.
Yes.
Okay.
But like the nice moody building.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Who do you have your answer?
Yeah. I say kiss the stadium, kill the PCL, marry the DMC.
Mary Moody. Wait, what was the
DMC.
building? DMC. Marry the DMC. Kiss the PCL. Kill the stadium.
Oh,
I don't really-
Interesting.
wow.
It's a hot take.
Okay. Marry the DMC. Kiss DKR. Wait.
Kill the PCL.
Kill the PCL. Wait, was there another one?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with Sam and Rayon. Marry the DMC, kiss the stadium, kill the PCL.
I mean, I love the stadium, but like,
but the
this
DMC.
is where I've gotten my education.
Yeah, the DMC
So
is
I-
really
a nice
nice.
building.
It's a nice
Marry
building.
DKR.
Oh.
I would marry DKR, kiss DMC, kill PCL. So here's my reasoning.
I don't know.
DKR is like, okay, here's the thing. DMC gives off vibes of like a guy that's just like too nice. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not like a nice guy.
Sounds like self-sabotage.
No, it definitely is. No, everyone's in the control room like, oh my god, here she goes again. Like, no, but like the DMC's giving vibes of like a guy who's like too nice, but like he is so one-dimensional. Like he doesn't have any other like personality traits other than just like being nice. Like there's no like edge to him. There's nothing really interesting about him. Like he's just like a guy. He's just like there. You know what I mean? He's just very average. The DKR, however, she's like that girl. Like it's the football stadium. You know what I mean? It's like the unattainable like athlete who's like kind of like bad boy, but it's kind of like giving those vibes of like a Wattpad fan fiction where it's like he's mean to everybody but you, and it's like that's so attractive to me. And then PCL's just like.
I'd love to have a more in-depth conversation off air about this. I have thoughts.
So is my therapist. PCL is also just like ugly though, so like she's out.
I have to agree.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you marrying the PCL?
No, I'm just gonna kiss it. Like,
Wait, who did you kill?
the stadium. I don't know. I just.
But do y'all get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I hear you.
I get it.
Yeah.
We'll talk in an hour.
What? We'll talk in an hour. Okay.
I will say, I think the PCL gets more hate than it deserves. It is the only place that I can truly concentrate, but it also is just a really ugly building.
Yeah.
And it's really
Yeah.
musty most of the time.
Yeah.
So I don't go there unless I absolutely need to, like, lock in.
Yeah.
I used to be able to lock in the PCL or on campus, but now I can waste time from anywhere. Yeah,
It's a talent.
it really is.
Great. Next question. That's another kiss, marry, kill question, but it's going to be for different majors in the Moody College of Communication.
Oh.
So none of ours, because that's obviously biased. So kiss, marry, kill, advertising, PR, and comm studies.
Advertising.
PR, public relations, and comm studies. Everyone's in the control room, like, screaming at them.
Advertising, PR, comm studies.
Yes.
Advertising PR are very similar, aren't they?
Yeah. Why did you pick these three?
They were the first two that came to my mind. Okay, fine. I'll change it.
What about?
I had an
what-
answer, but
okay.
Oh, man.
Go for it.
I'll change it just because like advertising and PR is, I guess, is kind of similar. So okay, speech language hearing sciences.
SLP.
Yeah, SLP. I don't know if everybody knew the acronym. PR and comm studies.
I feel like SLP is going to be like rich. Like of the communications major, SLP is the one that's going to
So are we
make
talking
the
about
most money.
the major or the people of the major?
However you want to interpret it, baby.
Okay.
I don't know anybody of those majors personally. No,
Then just go
actually,
off the vibes.
maybe like one person in PR. That's.
Okay, I think
I don't know.
okay, I think I can answer this based off of.
I'm giving you a look.
I thought you were. But I sorry. I'm a Leo. I think everyone's gonna be a look.
Okay.
I can answer this based off of vibes. If we're talking about people, my best friend is a comm studies major, so she'd be married. But talking about vibes, I think I would kill SLP, SLH,
Wow.
marry PR, kiss comm. And then if there was advertising, it'd be the same thing. And just switch, and advertising would be the kill.
Yeah.
Because I think PR is giving, like, she's into politics, she's into, like, saving companies. I don't know, it's giving, like, she's responsible.
It's giving Olivia Pope.
It's giving Olivia Pope.
Yes.
It's giving Olivia Pope. Calm is giving, like, fun frat boy energy, good for, like, a kiss and move on.
Oh.
And then advertising. Advertising and SLH are boring. That's my opinion.
Marry the science one.
Okay.
Because I agree with like Ariva. It's like rich, and I think they're like smart. I feel I don't know anyone in that major. Kill advertising just kind of gives off Mad Men. I don't like that. It's kind of like musky. And what's the other one?
So we actually replaced advertising with SLP.
Okay.
So it's SLP, PR, and comm studies.
I guess still kill PR. I feel like that's kind of similar to advertising, and then kiss the other one.
Comm studies.
Comm studies. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know much about any of these majors, so I'm just gonna do it with how I think. So, comm studies, kiss, marry, PR, kill the science one.
Beauty majors killing science. Who?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm kind of torn on the science. Like, yeah, it'd be like the most stable because you'd make the most money, but like that's boring. So that wouldn't be like a fun time to marry the science major. So maybe kill the science major, but I also kind of want to kill PR because just kill all of them but journalism. No, it's like I want to.
What about RTF?
RTF? Oh, RTF and journalism.
Here you go.
Yeah. RTF and journalism supremacy. But PR is like the opposite, I feel like, of journalism because like journalism is like objective and PR is like you're lobbying for a company. Mm-hmm. So I kind of want to kill PR. Yes. And then I agree with the comm studies justification. Kiss comm studies, kill PR, marry the science one.
I'm killing PR because in my head it's like somebody like I understand your point, like the Olivia Pope like coming in and like saving a company, but I feel like 90% of the job is like saving a company that did something really, really sleazy.
That's fair.
Yeah, so I'm like, ooh, I don't want to have to come home to that. You know what I mean? Like, no.
Manipulation.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if I wanted to be manipulated, I'm not going to say this on air, but I would call him. But
that's what I'm saying. The science one is too boring. You need something interesting.
Oh my god. No, but like PR is like I would feel so much shame being with a PR person. So I'm killing PR. SLP, I kind of also want to kill. I can't do that. I'm gonna kiss them, I guess. Just cause, like, I don't know, like, throw the losers a bone, you know what I mean? Like,
SLP are the losers? SLP are the losers?
Like, they're the science ones. I'm allowed to say this as a woman in STEM, by the way. Like,
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. I am a woman in STEM, okay? I am getting a bachelor's of science in informatics with a focus on data science. I'm getting a master's of science after this. So I feel justified in saying that people in STEM are losers. I am also a loser.
50%.
50% loser, 50% unemployed. But SLP, like, throw them a bone. Like, you know what I mean? They're just silly little guys. Like, you know, they're learning anatomy or whatever.
I don't know anybody in any of these majors.
Everybody's boyfriend is in SLP. So, not him, obviously, but, like,
everyone else.
Everyone else. And then I guess marry comm studies, just because they seem like himbos. We're back to that, like, frat boy, like, they're good for a kiss, but also they're good for, like, they're himbos, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
they're kind of just gonna, like, they'll be like, oh, they'll, like, do whatever I want.
Which avenue of comm studies? Because there's, like, different focuses.
Ooh, I don't know all of them. I know.
Political, corporate, interpersonal.
Oh, Rayon pulled up with all of that.
I just had those on top. And there's I think two more that I can't remember.
Is CLD separate?
Yes.
No, that's one. Oh.
CLD is a separate major.
Maybe it is, yeah.
Yeah. Out of those two, I'd probably say interpersonal, just because it's like, communication skills. Like
corporate and political is giving red flag.
Yes.
My best friend is.
You don't like polycom? We're sitting on a political news.
We are.
We're communicating politics right now.
For this question specifically.
Okay.
If you were to personify the major, it's giving red flag.
Yeah, I do feel like poly communication is closest to Olivia Pope as we're gonna get.
I think so. Yes.
For those of you who don't know who Olivia Pope is, she's the main character of Scandal, who has an affair with the president. She's my icon.
I've been meaning to watch this show.
I haven't seen it.
I like that president.
He's fine.
Fitz.
He's fine.
Who plays the president?
I can't remember the actor's name.
Something
Tony Goldwyn?
Tony Goldwyn.
Oh, is he in anything else?
Not really.
Not that I know
Just
of.
that show.
Yeah, he's fine. He's like Dill.
Have you all seen like West Wing or Designated Survivor?
I've
Yes.
seen, yeah.
Yeah, West Wing. Yeah. Next question for everyone. What is your favorite TSTV news memory?
Aww.
Sam was like, oh my god, finally. Back to
The real question.
Because we talked about this at the last episode.
The senior show.
did. I guess Sam has been on both panels.
You have two, kind
I
of.
was gonna say, I guess so. How about
Yeah.
Does anyone want to start? Or I'll give you a minute to think. There's a lot of memories.
I think it's hard to like pick one in particular because everything that I don't know, all the experiences I've had within here have been really good and I've enjoyed it a lot. I feel like after the first Tower Talks, we all like, I don't know, we all like came together and we like took like a group photo and like I don't know, it was just like a good start to like the season. And so I really like that because I didn't really know many people at that time because I just joined and everybody else knew each other, because I only really knew like Sophia and Ariba, and yeah, I don't know, it was just nice to like just really meet everybody because I knew who like the people were but I didn't really like, know them, so yeah, I really like that, but it's hard to pick one in particular. But the senior episode was also really special that we were on. I really loved that. So yeah.
TSTV news memory.
I guess I can go. I think for Tower Talks, last semester when we had our first show that Ariba was hosting, I think after that, I feel like we worked out the kinks for this semester, and I think after that show we realized this could really like be a thing, and we've come really far, and we've done 11 panels so far. So I think that was just a nice little moment that kind of foreshadowed the rest of our journey with the show. And then me personally, one of my favorite memories was I hosted an episode of Prime Time, and my best friend was I think the entertainment correspondent, so we got to do a show together, which was really fun. She quit because this is not her thing, but it was fun to do that one show together.
I can go.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think not like a specific moment, but like after the shows when we just kind of hang out in the studio and we're just talking and yeah, we're just hanging out, we're just talking. It's not like a super formal thing. It's just like we kind of stay because we like to spend time together, and I think those moments are the most like real, authentic moments together. It's not like a planned event. We just kind of decide to stay because we want to hang out for a little bit longer, and late nights in the studio.
Yeah.
Late night walks.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are fun. Get a little snack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the impromptu moments.
It is.
Yeah, I love those.
I'd also say the Tower Talks pilot episode last semester, because I just remember those 3 to 4 weeks of me and Angie and you kind of planning out that package, and it being just very stressful because it was my first ever package I'd done.
And y'all did an amazing job.
Yeah, it came out really good. I was just really happy. Those 30, or it was a 30-minute show at that point. Just sitting in the control room and seeing it all come together was really nice. And I think also my first primetime episode was very memorable. It went terribly. I remember.
I remember this.
Yeah, I was just kind of off to the corner because they were telling me to just watch. This is how it usually goes, and everything collapsed. It was awful, but I don't know.
When was this specific?
This was January 2023, February.
That sounds right.
It was the pilot episode, after the mock show, I think. Yeah.
Oh,
it
yes.
I wasn't around then.
was really bad.
No, thank God. I'm surprised you stayed.
Yeah, I was
We
kinda like,
lost
this is
a lot
fun.
of people.
But everyone who like I went to the first pitch meeting with, like all the new people like left after that. So yeah.
Why did you stay?
I kind of liked the chaos, and I found it to be pretty fun. And I thought it was really interesting going to the next week and seeing how well like it all came together.
Yeah, honestly, the chaos before the shows is kind of like an adrenaline rush too. Like the 10 minutes to live and nothing's working is when you're not in charge of making sure things are working. It's more fun. But like rushing to get everything done before we're live is also like a different type of we always talk about the deadline. Like journalists work to the deadline, but I think the deadline of going live makes it more intense. So that as well.
Did everyone answer?
I think so.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Interesting. And then, last question. Ever? I said ever. No, it's not.
Oh.
I guess for me and you.
Oh, wow.
It's for everyone, actually. But, like, what are you going to miss most about Tower Talks over the summer?
I'm gonna miss like hanging out with you guys and those after the show moments. Everything else is stressful, but talking to you guys and hanging out with y'all and joking around in pre-production, joking around in the control room, I'm gonna miss for sure.
Yeah.
That 30 minutes before we're live, that hour that we spend in the studio
we're a
for
pretty
some
nice
reason.
duo.
I think so too, and I'm gonna miss our duo.
I really am too. Yeah.
I guess I can go. I'm studying abroad in the fall, so I won't be here for the next several months until the spring semester. I'm just gonna miss the whole show. Yeah, like hanging out, the studio. I think we do a really great job here. I don't think a lot of outlets do the deep dive. Excuse me, student outlets do the deep dive sort of work that we do. The packages and the interviews and just getting to interact with such cool people across campus. That's something that Tower Talks provides me the opportunity with, and I'm going to miss that for the next couple of months. But hopefully I'll come back and it'll all, come back to me.
Yeah, I'll just miss the show and like the panelists and just seeing it all come together in such a short amount of time is always great. I mean, I can't remember which specific show it was. Oh, the like Support Student Voices one. Like we got that panel together 2 hours before, and it was good.
Hey, like 24 hours.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. And I also just like sometimes with panelists, they'll come on and kind of see the chaos, and you can kind of see in their face like, oh, what is this? But like after the show, they'll always be like, wow, like this was really cool, and it's just kind of cool. Like this being the first semester it's back, it's already this like well done. So.
Well, I guess it's my final time on air ever, which is crazy.
Alumni panel?
I'd come on. I'd have to probably.
Oh, you'd have to fly in.
The inevitable.
But, wow, this is crazy. I don't think it's hit me yet, but I like leaving here. Like, not being able to set foot in this studio, in this building, like, after probably, I don't know if I'll come back over this week or whatever, so I don't know. Maybe tonight might be my last time in here. I don't know. But, I mean, I'm going to miss the people. You guys are some awesome friends that I've made, and I just really love all the memories we've been able to, like, we've created 11 shows. Like, I just think they've been so well done, and, personally, being a part of this show has been something that I haven't personally seen out of the other shows that I've been a part of, like, how, like, well, like, we research, how well the packages are made, the pre-production. Like, I just think it's, like, all, like, really awesome, which, and, like, just the planning of everything, I think is really great, because the other shows I've been a part of, it isn't necessarily, like that to the extent. But, yeah, I'm gonna miss the people, I'm gonna miss the topics, but, I'm gonna do this as a career at technical directing, so I'm really excited about that. But I will miss, like, being in the student environment and working with everybody and my peers and whatnot. But, it's been an amazing 4 years being a part of TSTV, one of which was like over Zoom. But you know, I've been in this building for 3 years. Like I actually set foot my sophomore year. Yeah, I'm really gonna miss it. There's a lot of memories in here, a lot of memories on camera. I didn't used to be able to go on camera. Like I just, you know, I was too scared, and someone pushed me. Daniel Shee, shout out to him. He said, "Oh, you should go on College Press Box or College Crossfire, and you should see if going on air is for you." And so I went on, and I personally didn't like it then, but you know, it pushed me out of my shell. And you know, later on, I got on and I talked about Formula One, and you know, I talked about other things. I went on Next Week Now, the satirical news show. Like somehow I did comedy. I went on Longhorn Late Night. Like I don't know how that all happened. But TSTV has allowed me to break out of my shell, and you know, because I used to be this shy girl who had passions but was scared to achieve them, I guess. And so I'm really thankful for being able to work with all of you, because you're all so talented, and I'm really gonna miss it. I'm really thankful for the time I've been able to have in the news department. So I wish I joined sooner, but you know, no regrets. So yeah, that was a really long answer.
It was a great answer. Thank you. Change a thing. Well, I guess that's everything.
Can I really quickly just say
Yes,
that, yeah, I'm so happy with how the semester went, and jumping into the show last semester and like trying to put it all together was stressful at times, and I'm really happy that all of you guys hopped on the show and hopped on the vision and helped out with that pilot episode last semester in the midst of everything else going on. We were like trying to launch a show, and I'm really glad that you guys hopped on to help out with that. And Sam, I'm so glad you joined us this semester. We literally would never be on air without you, and I'm gonna miss our director TD duo in the back. It's not gonna be the same without you around, and Rayon, you as well. It won't be the same not having you in the fall. I'm so proud of the work all of y'all have done, and you, Sophia, literally my first friend at UT Austin. I think it's not gonna be the same not having you around, and I really appreciate everything you guys have done, and the people in the back as well. Shout out Tyler, TDing right now, and hopping in mid-semester and then continuing to come back, and Sasha, and all the people that I'm forgetting right now because I can't think, but yeah, the people really make the show. Do you see that's everyone? Yeah, it might be. But yeah, I'm really proud of the work that we've done, and I'm really thankful for all the people that have made it what it is, because it truly would not be what it is without these people.
I mean, likewise, like, I'll make it short and sweet. Like, you know, I'm very proud of all of you. You are all produced extremely, extremely well. This was a great season, a great comeback season, 3.0, you know, third time's a charm, like you said. So I really think it's gonna stick this time, and I really love the way that you guys restructured it from previous attempts. And yeah, I'm just so like happy and proud of all of you and the work that you've all produced, from, you know, like the packages and on-air content to our social media. Our social media looks so good, like seriously, like probably, in my opinion, out of the 3 shows, I think that this is probably like my favorite social media content. So Trent is slaying.
Reba.
You're both slaying.
Yeah.
And then of course the TDing that Samantha does, amazing. Like Ariba said, we would not have a show every single week without you. So big heart.
Thank you. Means a lot.
Of course. But yeah, that I guess that's all my questions for you all. So that concludes our last episode of this semester. Join us back again in the fall 2024 semester for an even better season, if that's possible. Yeah.
Follow us on social media for summer content. Follow us on social media at
oh my god
at
Be sure to follow us on social media at TSTV Tower Talks on X, formerly Twitter, and at Tower Talks TSTV on Instagram for continued coverage throughout the summer. Towers and TSTV News will be back in August. From all of us here in the studio, thank you for joining us for our season finale this evening. For the last time ever, good night.